I was born in Southern California. I am the youngest of seven. We all have different moms and dads. So growing up, it was really hard. I always felt like the black sheep of the family. When I was in middle school, that's when my depression or just feeling like really, really alone really started. I didn't have the best connection with my dad. My dad was a great provider and everything like that, but what I felt like I needed growing up was just that emotional connection that I didn't really get from him. So high school is when things turned out for the worse. That was when my parents got divorced. It was just a really emotional and stressful time for not only myself, but for my parents as well. After my parents got divorced, my dad was really absent even more. I probably trauma and things he had to deal with himself, but it just felt like he didn't care about me. That's all I felt. He didn't care about me. He didn't care about me. So that put in that lie, like, oh, no one really cares about me. There was one night where I was just at my lowest, and I went out to the pond that is right next to the complex that I was staying at. And before that, I tried many suicidal attempts, tried to do pills, things like that, but it didn't work. So it was just at the point where I was like, I have a knife. I would rather just stab myself and bleed out than feel this pain of feeling alone and feeling like I have no one else with me. But before I could do that, I felt, or I heard just a voice say, I'm not done with you yet. Think about your mother. Think about the people that love you, and I love you. And I knew that was from God. After high school, my sister wanted me to come out here to Florida to do a project called 516, which I ignored because I was like, I don't want to do that. So after all the things later and with the suicide attempt, I eventually came out here with my mom because my mom was moving out here to Florida, and she was like, well, if I'm coming out here, you're coming out here. So I came out here, and during that time, God was really working in my heart about 516 or about just the change that he's going to bring, because I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know what 516 was going to look like, but God did. When I was in 516, one of the bigger things that God was revealing to me is that my heart was just a stone, was pretty much a stone heart. I didn't let anyone in. I didn't trust anyone. And God even showed me that I didn't trust him. And as I was going through 516 as well, through inner healing and things like that, God revealed to me that the connection between me trusting God is lacking because I do not trust my father. So that was one of the big things that God worked with me on during my first year of 516, being able to not only forgive my father, but to really love him unconditionally. And it's just literally just been a walking process with God ever since, taking out the lies that I had before about nobody really caring about me, or I have to do things on my own, or I can only trust myself. And putting it in, no, I can trust God. No, I can trust other people because God is in these other people. And if I'm trusting God, I'm trusting these other people. And that I can just be open and be myself and bring down these walls that I had before. But also forgiving people, because people are people at the end of the day. And as humans, we're all going to make mistakes. But the forgiveness isn't for the other person. The forgiveness is for you and for you to heal. I feel like God would want me to say that even though situations seem tough, even though it feels like there is no one in your corner, God is always in your corner.